Good evening, Matt here from theshavingcadre.com. Here for an evening shave tonight. First off, I have a cold, so I'm running a little rough today. Trying to get a test shave in, and I've been kind of down and out for the last 3 days, so trying to get back to myself. I'm sure I'll be back up on my feet tomorrow. But today, for our software for my shave, I'm going to be shaving with Stirling Eucalyptus Mint. I got this lid for my Old Spice mug here for my friend Kyle, UA Cowboy, on theshavingcadre.com. Yeah, okay, so we're going to use Stirling. And then for our aftershave, we're going to use Proraso. It's been forever since I've used it. In fact, I used quite a bit of it. So I may need to reorder that at some point, but I've got so many other aftershaves, no big deal. And then for my balm tonight, I'm going to be using Archibald's sister's Eucalyptus Mint. It should work out well with the other two. For the brush tonight, I'm going to be using the Techichi Beehive synthetic, which I've only used once so far, so I wanted to give that a try again. And then I'm shaving with a friend's razor. This is a SRD Droescher Blue Diamond, which I spent about 35 minutes polishing out on the buffing wheels, and then I honed it and polished the scales, and all I need to do is put a little paint on the scales, and it should be done. So I picked that up several months back before I moved for my buddy Novice Wet Shaver on the Shaving Cadre, and it's finally there. I just haven't had much time to work on it, and I've been kind of lazy. So anyway, I've got that knocked out, and we're gonna test shave that tonight. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Get my brush wet, and of course these synthetics, you know, I don't usually soak them. I mean, there's no point really. It's not animal hair. It's not absorbing anything. But the thing definitely hangs on to quite a bit of water. So I like to try and flick it out pretty good. Now this soap, the Eucalyptus Mint from Stirling, is a pretty potent scent. You can smell it pretty well right as soon as you take the cover off the puck. And so I'm really looking forward to the menthol feel on the face with the warm weather we've been having. And it's been a while since I've used any Stirling. I need to break it out more. I've got the Plumeria, I've got quite a few others. But I received the Plumeria in a Piff sometime back, and I need to break that out as well. I've got 5 or 6 other scents from them, and they're all good. Stirling is an excellent first shave soap. I remember back about 10 years ago when they first came out, they were, obviously they were cheaper because it's 10 years ago, but they were about as cheap as it gets, or inexpensive as it gets, whenever it comes to soap. And then they were just wonderful with their samples. You order from them, and then next thing you know, you just get 2 or 3 different samples of different stuff. So I've always been a big fan of them for their samples too. So, and also the cool thing about them is they have like 50 cents at least, and they do some really cool seasonals. Like they have, I think it was we've got an autumn scent. I'm trying to think of the name. If it's autumn ash, or maybe that's Southern Witchcrafts has autumn ash, but they have no, it's an apple cider, I believe. Absolutely fantastic. Warm apple cider. I bought their body soap that goes with that, and I think their shampoo bar, and that was fantastic too. Let me tell you what. Now I may have talked about SR Droescher, the razor that I'm going to be using today, before, but the Blue Diamond razor, I think it's had 3 or 4 different iterations. There was a Blue Diamond knife and Blue Diamond this, Blue Diamond that, Blue Diamond hone, I believe, as well. All from SR Droescher. Well, not all from SR Droescher, but the hone was from SR Droescher. But there were at least 3 to 4 different companies that held the Blue Diamond mark. Graham & Pumacher, SR Droescher, and several others. And there were actually several that were unmarked, so you couldn't tell who made them, but they had a different mark. But you could tell they were noticeably later. The SR Droescher, this one was made in the 1920s, between 1920 and 1927. So this razor is undoubtedly very close to 100 years old. It has the cracked ice scales and bolsters, which are typical of the time period. And the celluloid scales it has are just cool. I mean, they're kind of very similar to the Double Duck. And one of my very first razors that I found in the wild was an SR Droescher Blue Diamond in new old stock condition. Just absolutely gorgeous. And I think I remember finding it for maybe, I think it's $40 or something like that. Maybe less, I can't remember. But remember I got it home and I was excited, and somebody honed it for me, and I think it was one of those first religious experience shaves where I knew that's what I wanted to do with shaving. So it's pretty much after that that I started really focusing in on straights and picking up stones and getting deep into the hobby. Pretty thick and creamy. Nice. Now this razor has kind of a combo edge on it. I did an Aniwa Superstones 1K, 5K, 8K. And then I took it to the Calico Cream for somewhere around 30 or 40 laps until it started squeaking. And then I took it to my conical. This conical I have, I don't know if it's not the most prime finisher I think you could get, but it's a nice conical, vintage conical. But I have like 3 other conicals, but this one I wanted to finish on. I know it gives a nice smooth edge. So, and I didn't feel like slurrying it to get there, so I went ahead with the Calico Cream as an intermediary, and then that took me probably somewhere around 10K-ish, and then I jumped over to this guy, and it either took me up to 11 or 12 or worked me back a hair. We'll see where the edge is at, but I know it was hanging hair test, easily popping hairs, so it should be good to go. So let's just find out instead of talking about it. Here we go. And of course I'm shaving blind tonight because I don't feel like putting in my contacts. And let's hope for no blood. Oh boy. That's a beauty. And the symphony starts playing behind me. Angels are singing. That is a beautiful edge. not to toot my horn too much, but super comfortable. Very nice. I should reach for this combination more often. Like I said, this razor is going to go to my buddy Thomas, who is novice wet shaver on the shaving cadre. And I really think he's going to like it. Yeah, so I think when I'm done with this shave, I'm going to go paint in the scales. And if I have a little bit of gold paint, I might paint the lettering as well, which it's kind of hard to see. There's lettering that says Blue Diamond. I can paint that in with gold, and it'll look really close to original. I have a gold pin that I've used on several occasions for several other razors that really makes it pop. When I found my Blue Diamond in the wild, it still had all the gold. All right. I really like this eucalyptus mint soap. I mean, I'm a big fan of menthol. And on top of that, the eucalyptus, I mean, you can just tell it's just straight eucalyptus oil. I mean, it's just a excellent scent. Nice, clean, and fresh. Very relaxing scent. Now, as you can see behind me over my right shoulder, or maybe to you, my left shoulder, this one right here, back there. Not super easy to see with my lighting in here tonight, but I've got a few soaps sitting up there. That's my on-deck corner. I've got 3 soaps sitting up there. The soap that's on deck for tomorrow or Friday's shave, one of the two, since I'm doing a night shave. It'll be another night shave on Thursday, or I'll do an early morning shave on Friday. Not like I have anywhere to go. I work from home, no meetings. So anyway, so up on deck, I have CBL's Dragon's Pub shaving soap. And then after that, I've got Barrister & Mann's Lavenel and the Barrister & Mann's Reserve Fern, which my understanding is Reserve Fern was discontinued, if I'm not incorrect. So I'm very happy to have that one. Beautiful. Now, just because I said this edge is comfortable does not mean it's not sharp. It is definitely very sharp. Now the week so far has been pretty good. Had some deadlines I had at work. My son stayed home with us on Monday because he had a double ear infection. No COVID, but he had a cold that he was getting over and his ears were hurting him. So we got that taken care of and went back to school on Tuesday. And then like I said, I was starting to get sick on Monday, and then Tuesday I was pretty well knocked down. Today I was pretty well knocked down. And like I said, hopefully I'm back to it tomorrow. But I've got a few more things to do at work, big ones, and then hopefully should be able to take off early on Friday. Now, as far as shaving cadre stuff going on, tomorrow is the final day of the 2022 weight loss challenge. It was 6 months long. January 1st through June 30th. And I did all right. I think I weighed myself just the other day. I'm still sitting at about 30 pounds down. I'm right about 180. Was really hoping to get a little lower than that, but combination of factors. I definitely could have worked out more, got more active. But as before mentioned in some of my other videos, the ketogenic lifestyle has really worked with me. You know, I was, at one point, my doctor was, this is pre-COVID, before I lost some weight last year, but at one point my doctor was on me about fatty liver, telling me I had fatty liver disease, and or maybe not disease, but he was saying I had fatty liver, and I needed to lose a bunch of weight, and that my enzymes didn't look good, and Anyway, they did all my labs again, and no, the enzymes were normal, and only thing he said was I had a little bit of high cholesterol. But anyway, yeah, that really has changed my health in a great way. I mean, I need to try and watch my cholesterol intake a little bit, but otherwise, keto has been wonderful. There we go. Perfect. Really happy with how this edge turned out. I've never shaved with a blue diamond I didn't like. I've owned 3 or 4 of them. Got another one in the wings that needs to be honed up now. And then I've got my original one that I shave with quite often, whenever I get to it. There we go, guys. That's it. Yeah, sorry, not so talkative today. Guess I'm kind of trying to hold the coughs and sneezes from the cold. Pardon me. All right, so that's it for the shave. Novice wet shaver, I will go ahead and clean this razor for you and finish painting it, and hopefully have it packed up and gone to you very shortly. I feel like hitting this little spot. For some reason, I just can't get this spot with the razor today. I don't know. Not feeling like I want to push it with my straight razor skills tonight. There we go. Good old Schick adjuster. Does a great job. All right, so go ahead and start out the refinements, as my buddy Long Haul Tanker says, with a little witch hazel. I really ought to get myself an alum block again, so that you guys can watch me squirm like some of the other guys in their videos. Speaking of the other guys, please check out my companion YouTube channels, Long Haul Tanker, Nurse Dave, Barber Dave, Handle Barber Dave, Spider Shaves, Rich Shaves, and The Cutthroat Journey. Please check out those channels. They're great dudes. They are all members of shavingcadre.com, and we have a lot of fun posting. So if you haven't checked them out, please do. All right, so hit it with the Proraso Classic. I do have some vintage Proraso. I'll have to break that out on my next vintage shave. But original I'll have to do for today. Oh, that's a fantastic scent. I love this scent. When I first started wet shaving, this is one of those that I've already gone through several barber bottles of this, but it was my go-to aftershave every day, and I'd switch between it and Spec. All right, and then we're going to finish off with the Archibald Sisters Eucalyptus Mint. Like I said, this is really not bad. It's a aloe vera based aftershave balm. Don't need a whole lot. That's probably a little bit too much, but I'll mix it in. But it really soaks into the skin real quick, and eucalyptus mint works really well with my theme today, and does not turn tacky. It's a pretty comfortable balm that just soaks right in. And they have like about 50 or 60 different scents that you can choose from balms. So if you're looking for a balm, I mean, that's a place to go. And these samples, or these smaller, what are they, like 2-ounce bottles? 2 ounces will last you a long time with balm. I think they're only like $5 or something like that. They're pretty cheap. But anyway, that does it for my shave. Again, thanks for stopping by my channel. Please like and subscribe if you haven't. And thank you for being with me tonight. Have a great day, and I'll shave you with you later. Bye-bye.